Thokozani, ke otata, Khozatsana ya barakile. I'm coming to you with another energy focused for the week. Remember to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. That's a three-card spread. Yeah, I think by now you probably gathered that I'm stuck on it. And the reason is simple, guys. It's really clear, it's straightforward, for these type of general readings. It doesn't necessarily mean when you get your personal reading, it will be a three-card spread. No, it won't be a three-card spread. It will be determined by whatever it is that you are inquiring about, We can go higher than three. I think past life readings, it's 9, yeah, the ones that I've done, it would be a 9-card spread. So that's how detailed it gets, ne? Please don't be stuck on 3. 3 is just easier for me to do these general readings. Anyway, back to the reading. The first card is going to give us the energy of the week. The second card is going to give us the opportunities, no, not opportunities, obstacles. And the final card is the opportunities card. Let's go. It's the Fool. It's the first card in the major arcana suit, which is, as I've said, about major life changes. When you see a card from the major arcana suit, you must just know that whatever that is going to happen will likely alter your life, in a way that you will notice. Yeah. The card in particular is associated with the air element, and the Fool card is number 0 in the deck, which is a number of infinite potential and new beginnings. The card symbolizes unmanifested, it's long, manifestations that have not occurred, and possibilities of manifestations that have not occurred, basically, because I wanted to say unmanifested possibilities. So yeah, it symbolizes possibilities that have not yet manifested into the present. To see this card basically means you are embarking on a new journey, which will be filled with optimism and freedom from the usual constraints of life, The Fool approaches each day as an adventure in an almost childlike or childish way, He is of the belief that anything can happen in life, Life is filled with endless possibilities and opportunities that are just waiting to be explored and developed into fruitful ideas. And he's not wrong. If you think about it, he's not wrong. Remember yourself when you had never been disappointed in life. For example, you've never, remember how optimistic you were when you first embarked on this journey called life. Like when you realized, yeah, this is what I can do to get to where I want to go. Remember how you were fresh with possibilities, fresh ideas. This can happen. I'll start a business. It'll flourish. I'll make money and reach a certain level. Remember how that energy that you had at that time. This is where the Fool is. And this type of energy, I love it because it is of infinite possibilities. I mean, you've never received any kind of disappointment in your life, and the way you embark on things before disappointment and where you embark on them after you failed, it's different, guys. After failure, you have so many reservations. You are afraid to take a risk, and so studying a week at a point where the energy is of infinite possibilities just puts us 10 steps forward than it would have if we had started with a magic card, for example, which comes after the Fool. So yeah, he's here to inspire you to take that risk. He's here to remind you that life is really what you make it out of. You make out of it, all that's required for you to basically make it as tap into the unmanifested possibilities that lie ahead of you, and just greet them with gratitude, love, and light, and see if them coming to the physical will be difficult. Like, it's a great way to start the week. I'm excited. Sorry for rambling, but yeah, that's how much I love this card. Oh, wow, another major arcana. Oh, it's the Lovers. Also from the major arcana suit, like I've just said, we know that when we see them, whatever that's going to happen is going to alter our lives in a way that will have a very significant impact, you know. This card in particular is associated with the air element as well. Yeah. And the card itself is about desires and choices. It's number 6 in the suit, and it represents major choices, harmony, and balance. The Lovers card, as you can see in the theme, it's about relationships, love, desires, and choices. It speaks to the concept of duality, you know, almost like your yin and yang, masculine and feminine, darkness and light, heaven and earth, so forth. And looking at it as an obstacle, it indicates that you are at a particular crossroads. You are faced with major decisions that you're about to make relating to personal or professional relationships, and this can impact your current circumstances in a very significant way. And looking at it as an obstacle is that you need to really be careful, like tread carefully. You're encouraged to basically weigh your options carefully. Consider not only your desires and needs, but those of everybody involved in this partnership or relationship, and make your decisions based on your values. You know, be fully aligned to what your values are, what your core values are when making these decisions, but also work on meeting what your obligations are within the partnership. You know, the choices that you're going to make, for example, considering other people's needs in a partnership. For example, you're in a business, you're thinking of dissolving that partnership and going solo or something like that. Think about how it will affect everybody involved, not just what you will gain if you move out of that partnership, and also base every decision on your core values so that you can, even if it means you are moving out of that partnership or relationship, you've got a basis as to, this is why I'm doing it. I am moving out of this, I'm leaving this relationship because it is infringing on my core belief that everything must happen Galerado, with trust and no lies. Like, I do not like liars, therefore there are lies involved, and this is why I'm cutting myself out. I will meet these obligations, but going forward, this is where I'm at. I hope it makes sense. Yeah. The final card, guys, it's also from the major arcana suit. I'm so excited. This is going to be an amazing week. We've got the Hermit as our opportunity card. Another one from the major arcana suit. Wow. It's going to be a life-changing week. The energy is really, this energy is really a great one to hone on the things that you want. You know, hone on your plans this week. If there was a week where you need to focus on you, PTY, LTD, This is the week. This is the week. I mean, look at it. We started with the Fool, with infinite unmanifested possibilities. We are warned about the Lovers, where it's about duality, and it's giving us the gift of duality and balance. And now the Hermit, which, looking at the Hermit in particular, it's associated with the earth element. It's card number 9 on the major arcana suit, and this number represents completion, introspection, and wisdom. The Hermit is he's a seeker of knowledge, but this knowledge is the knowledge that comes from within. He's the lonely wanderer in the night, searching for what can only be gained with long periods of solitude, where you would be able to hear your inner voice, you know. We see the Hermit disconnecting from the crowds whose voices and desires threaten to really shut down his own, you know. And he's doing this all in the effort of hearing his own inner voice, you know. He walks through the darkness of the night, he's walking through the darkness of his unconsciousness, guided only by the North Star and the destination, which is home, where he will find his true self. So this is a reminder to look within this week. Look within in this planning phase. Look within as you are honing in. Look within. Do not go and talk to somebody that is going to move you out of your goal post. Hone into, if it means focusing on stillness so that you can be able to hear guidance from your true self, then do that this week. It's a self-introspection week. It's a week of, it's a journey back to self type of week. That's going to be amazing. I'm so excited. My God, I'm really going to, take this opportunity. I mean, the universe doesn't grant you this type of opportunity all the time, so I'm definitely going to make use of it. I'm really going to make use of it. Hope, now you will do the same. With that, I'm wishing you a wonderful week ahead. I'm wishing you a week where everything happens with ease. Everything must just fall into place. Everything must just be easy. There must not be traffic, no load shedding, unplanned power interruptions, and I don't know if those are back where you stay, but yeah, Rona, they are hitting us hard. But yeah, I wish you a week of unplanned power interruptions, no traffic, and may you take everything that you want to take. So the sign.